Welcome back, guys, to lecture number 4. Today's lecture is about project integration management. So, content of this lecture is development project charter, develop project management plan, direct and manage project work, monitor and control project work, perform integrated change control, and at the end it is close project or phase. It is a general diagram workflow of our project. It starts from develop project charter, and then it is develop project management plan, direct and manage project work, monitor and control project work, perform integrated change control, and close project or phase. We will see separately this every part. And project integration management includes the process and activities to identify, define, combine, unify, and coordinate the various process and the project management activities within the project management process group. First, develop project charter. The need for project integration management is necessary in situation where individual processes interact. For example, a cost estimate needed for contingency plan involves integrating the process in the project cost, time, and risk management knowledge areas. What we have in each part, it is input, tools, techniques, and outputs. In inputs, there can be the topics like project statement of work, business case, agreements, enterprise environmental factors, organizational process assets. In tool and techniques, it's expert judgment, it means feedbacks, facilitation techniques, and in output we have project charter. It is also the workflow of project integration management, like how we said in previous slide. It is in output we will have project charter, and it's here project chart. What's the workflow after project charter? So after project charter, it comes project management plan, or you can use these diagrams like plan scope management, collect requirements, define scope, plan schedule management, plan cost management, plan risk management, and identify stakeholders. Most experienced project management practitioners know there is no single way to manage the project. They apply project management knowledge, skills, and the required process in a preferred order and with varying rigor to achieve the desired project performance. However, the determination that the particular process is not required does not mean that it should be addressed. The project manager and project team need to address every process and the project environment to determine the level of implementation for each process within the project. If project has more than one phase, the level of rigor applied within each of the project phases should be appropriate for each phase. This determination is also addressed by the project manager and project team. Develop project charter. Develop project charter is the process of developing the document that formally authorizes the existence of a project and provides the project manager with the authority to apply organizational resources to project activities. The key benefit of this process is well-defined project start and project boundaries, creation of a formal record of the project, and a direct way for senior management to formally accept the commit to the project. Project charter establishes a partnership between the performing and the requesting organizations. In the case of external project, the formal contract is typically the preferred way to establish an agreement. In this case, the project team becomes the seller, responding to conditions of an offer to buy from an outside entity. A project charter is used to establish internal agreements within an organization to assure proper delivery under the contract. The approved project charter formally initiated the project. A project manager is identified and assigned as early in the project. The project charter provides the project manager with the authority to plan and execute the project. It is recommended that the project manager participate in the development of the project charter to obtain a foundational understanding of the project requirements. This understanding will better allow for efficient resources allocation to project activities. The develop project charter inputs. The project statement of work, SO, shortly abbreviation is SO, is narrative description of products, services, or results to be delivered by a project. For internal projects, the project initiator or sponsor provides the statement of work based on business needs, products, or service requirements. For external projects, the statement of work can be received from the customer as a part of a bid document. The SO reference is following: business need, product scope description, and strategic plan. Business case. The business case or similar document describes the necessary information from a business standpoint to determine whether or not the project is worth the required investment. It is commonly used for decision making by manager or executive above the project level. The business case is created as a result of one or more of the following: market demand, organizational need, customer requires, technical advance, legal requirement, ecological impact, and social need. Agreements are used to define initial intentions for a project. Agreements may take the form of contract, memorandums of understanding, service level agreement, a letter of agreement, a letter of intent, verbal agreement, email, or other written agreements. The enterprise environmental factors that can influence the developed project charter process include, but are not limited to, governmental standards, industry standards or regulations, organizational culture and structure, and marketplace conditions. The organizational process assets that can influence the developed project charter process include, but not are limited to, organizational standard process, policies, and process definitions, templates, historical information, and lessons learned knowledge base. Expert judgment. Group or individual with a specialized knowledge or training is often used to assess the inputs used to develop the project charter. Expert judgment is applied to all technical and management details during this process. Facilitation techniques. Facilitation techniques have broad application with project management processes and guide the development of the project charter. Develop project charter outputs. Project charter. The project charter is a document issued by the project initiator or sponsor that formally authorizes the extent of a project and provides the project manager with the authority to apply organizational resources to project activities. In, the, in documents, the business needs assumptions concentrates the understanding of the customer's need and high-level requirements and a new product, service, or results that it is intended to satisfy, such as project purpose or justification, measurable project objectives and related success criteria, high-level requirements, assumptions, and concentrates, high-level project descriptions, high-level risk, summary milestone schedule, summary budget, stakeholder list, project approval requirements, assigned project manager responsibility and authority level, and name and authority of the sponsor or other person authorizing the project charter. Develop project management plan. Develop project management plan is the process of defining, preparing, and coordinating all subsidiary plan and integrating them into a comprehensive project management plan. The key benefit of the process is a central document that defines the basis of the all project work. Here, the what we will have in our input, tool techniques, and outputs. In input, we will have project charter, output from other process, enterprise environmental factors, organizational process assets. In tool and techniques, the same, previous, it's expert judgment, facilitation techniques, and on output, we will have project management plan. Here is a workflow. What step must be done after develop project management plan? The project management plan defines how the project is executed, monitored, and controlled and closed. The project management plan's content varies depending upon the application area and complexity of the project. It is developed through the series of integrated process extending through project closure. This process results in the project management plan that is progressively elaborated by updates and controlled and approved through the perform integrated change control process. Projects that exist in the context of program should develop a project management plan that is consistent with the program management plan. Inputs. The size of the project charter varies depending on the complexity of the project and the information known at the same time of its creation. At a minimum, the project charter should define the high-level boundaries of the project. The project manager uses the project charter as a starting point for initial planning throughout the initiating process group. Outputs from other processes. Outputs from many of other processes are integrated to create a project management plan. Any baselines and subsidiary plans that are an output from other planning processes are inputs to this process. Enterprise environmental factors. The enterprise environmental factors that can influence the developed project management plan process include, but are not limited, governmental or industry standards, project management body of knowledge for vertical market, project management information system, organizational structure, culture, management practice, and sustainability, infrastructure, personal administration. Organizational process assets. The organizational process assets that can influence the developed project management plan process include but not are limited to standardized guidelines, work instructions, proposal evaluation criteria, and performance measurement criteria. Project management plan template, guidelines and criteria for tailoring the organization's set of standard process to satisfy the specific needs of the project. Project closure guidelines or requirements such as the product validation and acceptance criteria. Change control proceduring, project files from previous project, and so on. When developing the project management plan, expert judgment is utilized to tailor the process to meet the project needs, develop technical and management details to be included in the project management plan, determine resources and skill level needed to perform project work, define the level of configuration management to apply on the project, determine which project documents will be subject to the formal change control process, and so on. Develop project management plan outputs. Here is the project management plan is the document that describes how the project will be executed, monitored, and controlled. It integrates and consolidates all the subsidiary plans and baselines from the planning process. Project baselines includes, but are not limited to, scope baseline, schedule baseline, and cost baseline. Subsidiary plans include, but also are not limited to, scope management plan, requirements management plan, schedule management plan, cost management plan, quality management plan, process improvement plan, human resource management plan, communication management plan, risk management plan, procurement management plan, stakeholder management plan, among other things. The project management plan may also include the following: life cycle selected for the project and the process that will be applied to each phase. The project management plan may be either summary level or detailed and may be composed of one or more subsidiary plans. Here is a project management plan content. Here is the project documents and what action must be done. Direct and manage project work. Direct and manage project work is the process of leading and performing the work defined in the project management plan and implementing approved changes to achieve the project's objectives. Here in input we have project management plan, approved change request, enterprise environmental factors, organizational process assets. Here in tools and techniques we have expert judgment, project management information system, and meetings. On output we have deliverables, work performance data, change request, project management plan updates, and project documents updates. Here's a project integration management workflow after direct and manage project work. Direct and manage project work activities include also, but also not limited, perform activities to accomplish the project activities objectives, create the project deliverables to meet the planned project work, provide, train and manage the team members assigned to the project, obtain, manage, and use the resources including materials, tools, equipment, and facilities, implement the planned methods and standards, establish and manage project communication channels, generate work performance data such as cost, schedule, technical and quality process, issue change requests and implement approved changes into the project scopes, plans, and the environment, manage risks and implement risk response activities, manage sellers and suppliers, manage stakeholders and their engagement, collect and document lessons learned and implemented approved process improvement activities. The project manager along with the project management team directs the performance of the planned project activities and manages the various technical and organizational interfaces that exist within the project. Also, direct and manage project work also requires review of the impact of all project changes and implementation of approved changes, corrective action, preventive action, defect repair, and in input, the project management plan contains subsidiary plans concerning all aspects of the project. Those subsidiary plans related to project work include, but are not limited to, it is scope management plan, requirements management plan, schedule management plans, cost management plan, and stakeholder management plan. The direct and the managed work process is influenced by enterprise environmental factors that include, but are not limited to, organizational company, or customer culture and structure of performing or sponsor organizations, infrastructure, personal administration. The organizational process assets that can influence the direct and managed project work process include standardized guidelines, communication requirements, issue and defect management procedures, process measurement databases, project files from previous work or previous project, issue and defect management database. Expert judgment is used to assess the input needed to direct and manage execution of the project management plan. Additional expertise is available from many sources, including other units within the organization, consultants, and other subject matter experts, stakeholders, including customers, and professional and technical associations. The project management information system, which is part of the environmental factor, provides access to tools such as a scheduling tool, a work authorization system, a configuration management system, an information collection and distribution system, or interfaces the other online automated system. Meetings are used to discuss and address topics of the project when directing and managing project work. Attendees at the meeting may include the project manager, the project team, and the appropriate stakeholders involved or affected by the topics addressed. Each attendee should have a defined role to ensure appropriate participation. Meetings tend to be one of three types: information exchange, brainstorming, option evaluation, or design. And the last is decision making. A deliverable is any unique and verifiable product, result, or capability to perform a service that is required to be produced to complete a process, phase, or project. A change request is a formal proposal to modify any document, deliverable, and baseline. An approved change request will replace the associated document, deliverable, or baseline and may result in an update to other parts of the project management plan. Request for change can be directed or indirect, externally or internally initiated, and can be optional or legally mandated, and may include corrective action, preventive action, defect repair, updates, ideas, or content. Project management plan updates. Scope management plan, requirements management plan, schedule management plan, cost management plan, quality management plan, process improvement plan, human resource management plan, communication management plan, risk management plan, procurement management plan, stakeholder management plan. Project documents that may be updated include requirements documentations, project logs, risk register, and stakeholder register. Monitor and control project work. Monitor and control project work is the process of tracking, reviewing, and reporting the progress to meet the performance objectives defined in the project management plan. The key benefit of this process is that it allows stakeholders to understand the current state of the project, the steps taken, and the budget, schedule, and scope forecasts. Here in input we will have project management plan, schedule forecasts, cost forecasts, validated changes, work performance, information enterprise, environmental factors, organizational process asset. In tools and techniques, it's expert judgment, analytical techniques, process management information system, and meeting. On output, change requests, work performance reports, project management plan updates, project documentation updates. It's a workflow after monitor and control project work. Here we can see that it goes to perform integrated change control. Monitoring is an aspect of project management performed throughout the project. Monitoring includes collecting, measuring, and distributing performance information, and assessing measurements and trends to affect process improvements. Monitoring and controlling project work involves looking at all aspects of the project. There are like scope management plan, requirement management plan, schedule management plan, cost management plan, quality management plan, process improvement plan, human resource management plan, communication management plan, procurement management plan, stakeholder management plan, scope baseline, schedule baseline, and cost baseline. The schedule forecasts are derived from progress against the schedule baseline and computed time estimate to complete. This is typically expressed in terms of schedule variance and schedule performance index. So schedule variance is CV, SV, and schedule performance index is SPI. Approved changes that results from the perform integrated change control process require validation to ensure that the change was appropriately implemented. The enterprise environmental factors that can influence the monitor and control project work process include, but are not limited to, governmental or industrial standards, organizational work authorization systems, stakeholder risk tolerances, and project management information system. The organizational process assets that can influence the monitor and control project work process include organizational communication requirements, financial control procedures, issue and defect management procedures, change control procedures, risk control procedures, and process measurement database used to make available measurement data on process and products. Here, analytical techniques are applied in project management to forecast potential outcomes based on possible variations of project or environmental variables on their relationship with other variables. Examples of analytical techniques used in projects are regression analysis, grouping methods, causal analysis, root cause analysis, forecasting methods, failure mode, and effect analysis, fault tree analysis, reserve analysis, trend analysis, earned value management, and variance analysis. The project management information system, which is a part of enterprise environmental factors, provides access to automated tools such as the scheduling, cost, and resourcing tools, performance indicators, database, project records, and financial used during the monitor and control project work process. Meeting may be face-to-face, virtual, formal, or informal. They may include project team members, stakeholders, and others involved in or affected by the project. Types of meeting include, but not are limited, user groups or review meetings. Changes requests may changes can impact to the project management plan, project documents, or product deliverables. Changes that meet the project's change control criteria should go through the integrated change control process established for the project. Change may include corrective action, preventive action, and defect repair. Work performance reports. Work performance reports are the physical or electronic representation of work performance information complete in project documents, intended to generate decision actions and awareness. Project documents that may be updated include schedule and cost forecast, work performance reports, and issue of flag. Perform integrated change control. Perform integrated change control is the process of reviewing all change requests. Here in input, we will have project management plan, work performance report, change request, enterprise environmental factors, organizational processes set. In tool and techniques, we have expert judgment, meetings, and change control tools. On output, approve a change request, change log, project management plan updates, and project documents updates. That's a workflow of perform and integrated change control. The perform integrated change control process is conducted from a project inception through completion and is the ultimate responsibility of the project manager. The project management plan, the project scope statement, and other deliverables are maintained by carefully and continuously managing changes, either by rejecting changes or by approving changes, thereby assuring that only approved changes are incorporated into a revised baselines. Every document's change request need to be either approved or rejected by responsible individuals, usually the project sponsor or project manager. Approved change request can require a new or revisit cost estimates, activity sequences, schedule dates, resource requirements, and analysis of risk response alternatives. Configuration control is focused on the specification of both the deliverables and the process, while change control is focused on identifying documenting, and approving or rejecting changes to the project documents, deliverables, or baselines. Some of the configuration management activities include in the perform integrated change control process are configuration identification, configuration status accounting, configuration verification, and audit. Elements of the project management plan that may be used include but are not limited. Scope management plan, scope baseline, change management plan. Change are documented and updated within the project management plan as a part of the change and configuration management process. All of the work performance reports of particular interest to perform integrated change control process includes resource availability, schedule, and cost data, and earned value management reports, burn up or burn down charts. All of the monitoring and controlling process and many of the executing processes produce change requests as an output. Change requests may include corrective action, preventive action, and defect repair. However, corrective and preventive actions don't normally affect the project baselines, only the performance against the baselines. Enterprise environmental factors. The project management information system may include a scheduling software tool, a configuration management system as an information collection and distribution system, or web interface to other online automated system. Organizational process asset includes change control procedures for approving process measurement database, project documents, configuration management knowledge, expert judgment. In addition to the project management team's expert judgment, stakeholders may be asked to provide other expertise and may be asked to sit on the change control board. Such judgment and expertise are applied to any technical and management details during this process may be provided by various sources. Consults, stakeholders, professional and technical associations, industry groups, subject matters expert, project management office. Meetings. In this case, the meetings are usually referred to as change control meetings. Change control tools. In order to facilitate configuration and change management, manual or automated tools may be used. Tool selection should be based on the needs of the project stakeholders, including organizational and environmental consideration and concentrates. Approved change requests. Change requests are processed according to the change control system by the project manager. Approved change request will be implemented through the direct and manage project work process. A change log is used to document changes that occurs during the project. Project management plan updates may include any subsidiary plans, baselines that are subject to the formal change control process. Change to baselines. That's all. No. Project documents updates. Project documents that may be updated as a result of the perform integrated change control process include all documents specified as being subject to the project's formal change control process. Close project or phase. Close project or phase is the process of final stage of all activities across all of the project management process groups to formally complete the project or phase. The key benefit of this process is that it provides lessons learned, the formal ending of the project work, and the release of organization resources to pursue new endeavors. Here in input we will have project management plan, accepted deliverables, organizational process asset, in tools and techniques expert judgment, analytical techniques, meetings, in output, final product, service or result transitions, organizational process assessment updates. It's a workflow of closed project or phases. We see that after it comes customers, so it goes to customers, and the organizational process asset updates. When closing the project manager review all prior information from the previous phase closures and ensure that all project work is completed and that the project has met its objectives. Organizational process assets the project or phase closure guidelines or requirements, historical information and lessons learned knowledge base. Expert judgment. Expert judgment may include other project managers within the organization, project management office, professional and technical associations. Analytical techniques, it's regression analysis and trend analysis. In meeting may be face-to-face, virtual, formal, informal. This may include the project team members and other stakeholders involved in or affected by the project. Types of meeting include, but are not limited. It is lessons learned, close out, user group, and review meetings. Final product and service, or result transitions. This output refers to the transition of the final project services or results that the project was authorized to produce. Organizational process asset updates. The organizational process assets that are updated as a result of the close project or phase process include project files, project or phase closure documents, historical information. Also guys, here you have task number 3. You have to develop a project charter for your semester project. One person from your group, it is PM, project manager of the group, has to submit the project charter. And please provide all the information about your group mates, write their emails, surnames, names, and practice lesson they take with whom. Example, Leila, Ali, Jan, this kind of email address, and practice class with Ainur or with Roljabek. If you don't provide all information, we will take the points from your submission. And the second is submit a project charter. Deadline till your practice lesson. You have to upload here your task number 3. And if you have a question, you may ask from your practice teacher. It's end of lecture 4. Thank you. See you next week. And will be continued.